Our mission at Littlebits is to inspire kids to be inventors and to start a movement around STEAM, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math. If you look at the statistics, according to the National Science Foundation, the jobs in the US for engineers and scientists, 84% of those jobs are held by white males and Asian males. It's not a very diverse audience, and we want to change those numbers. And so we worked with Lucasfilm to launch this competition and to do this Droidathon to show kids how fun it could be to use technology and art to make their own creations, and also to meet role models that they can get inspired from that have the coolest jobs in the world. It's really important that kids know STEAM because so many jobs are being created in science and technology, in programming, in development, whether the jobs are in those fields or whether it's just about learning critical thinking, learning problem solving, no matter what it is that you do, we really want kids to have that foundation. And the problem is kids are self-selecting very early because they think they're not tech savvy, or it's not for them, or they're intimidated. Girls in particular are always dropping off at higher rates than boys. And then what happens is they don't get the exposure and they miss out on all these exciting things that they could be doing in their present and their future. The biggest hope I have for the competition is that kids see that STEAM can be a lot of fun, and it can be very creative, and they can bring their own stories to it. So it's about them making, they start by making art too, but then they can invent all sorts of different things, whether it's a droid that does their chores, whether it's a droid that's a sibling protector droid, or whether it's a droid that blows bubbles, or a droid that's dancing, all these inventive things that use art and music and technology and coding, and they start to really kind of integrate these fabrication techniques and problem solving through it. And also what we're also hoping is to get kids excited and understanding how important it is to fail and how it's okay to fail, and it's part of the invention process, so that they are instead energized by it and not intimidated by it. Oh my God, the kids tonight were so inspiring. I mean, we asked them in the beginning, what are some questions that you want to ask the inventors? Some of their answers were just incredible. They want to ask, what is your invention going to do for my community? Or how are you going to inspire other kids? They're so self-aware, they're so aware of the world they live in, they want to do good, and they're just eager to learn. And we want to show them that that's all very fun and relatable and accessible to them. The droids were incredible. My favorite droid was a bubble-blowing droid that Fitbit made that also had a Jedi challenge with it, where you had a lightsaber, and the challenge was for the kids to basically pop the bubbles, and so they had to be active. And so it really kind of symbolized the mission of Fitbit and the mission of Littlebits coming together, and kind of with the Star Wars story. So the competition launches November 15. It's open until January 10. The competition is inviting you to make your own droid. There are two categories. There's a Padawan learner category if you're a beginner and you want to get started, and then there's a Jedi master category if you're like a pro and you want to use fabrication tools and you want to use stuff outside the box. And you win amazing prizes. So you can win a VIP trip to Lucasfilm, or you can win replica props from the movie set that are signed by the cast, or shopping sprees at the Disney stores, and also a bunch of Littlebits. And the panel of judges are these incredibly inspiring women that I'm very honored to be alongside. Kathy Kennedy, the president of Lucasfilm, Daisy Ridley, Rey in episode 7 and beyond, Kelly Marie Tran, who also plays Rose Tico in Last Jedi, and we're just excited to see, to show kids these role models and get them excited about making. So to find out more information, go to littlebitscompetition.com. You'll see inspiration, you'll see tips and tricks, you'll see what other people made, and you can get started right there. I started Littlebits because I was lucky to be brought up in a family that really supported engineering and science and art. My parents were always very supportive of us doing after-school activities and robotics camps and learning how to code. And I realized that that's not the experience that every kid has, and particularly girls. And so we want to really open that up to kids around the world, and give them the opportunity to see how much creativity they have, how inventive they are, and how being tech savvy is not just about playing with an iPad, it's about being creative and being active, and how it gives you a lot of confidence. So throughout these few years that we've been doing Littlebits, we discovered that two of the best ways to inspire kids about anything is one, to make it crazy fun, and two, to show them role models that they can get inspired from. And so what we did is we invited and collaborated with some of the most amazing and innovative Bay Area tech companies. So Google, Facebook, Instagram, ILM X Lab, and Fitbit, and invited them to create their own amazing droids using coding and fabrication tools and crafts and Littlebits, and make these amazing droids to come and showcase here at the event. And then we invited kids organizations. So the organizations that we invited today were the YMCA, the Boys and Girls Club, the Booker T. Washington Community Center, and Black Girls Code. And we invited those kids to be judges. And so the idea was that the kids would get an opportunity to see these amazing fun droids and really have fun with them and see how fun it is to play with technology, but also get an opportunity to meet these diverse role models from different backgrounds and different ages and different ethnicities, and really see themselves in them and get inspired to do that, because they have some of the coolest jobs in the world, and so kids get to want to do that as well.